Hi all, welcome back to more Space Engineers. Hal here, and today we're going to walk you through what we've been working on. But first, we have to get started. So let's go. Hello everybody. Alright, so basically, as you can see, we've made a few changes in the bridge area. Just a few. We now have a working jump drive. Yay! So I have relocated the gyros that we had on the ceiling here over to here. We have wired everything in now. We have actually put in the LCD system. We have a timing block and programmable block under this section in here. We are using batteries now. We've got a crap ton of batteries. I was in the process of being attacked and I had to get out of a place, and I was running low on power, so yeah, that was a thing. And yeah, so let me walk you through the rest of the ship first. Alright, so if you remember last time, we were using basically the Redship start. We had started a new save to get away from the problems that we were experiencing in the old save. Business shipment? Okay. So, yeah, what we have done is we stripped out what used to be the hallways here. I believe I showed this when we were on the live stream as well as part of the build-up of the ship. And I'll show you what ended up happening here is we basically took the hallways out, filled them in, and we now have this piped outside because we do have AI, basically all of the hostile AI turned on. And we wanted to make sure that we were protected. So we now have multiple doors, everything is piped in for O2. As you can see, it is completely pressurized. This is actually the old entrance area, believe it or not. This was the front entrance to the ship. We went ahead and put a window in so you can see Bob. Hi, Bob. And down here is the operational guts of the ship. We have gone ahead and sealed everything up now. I'll show you what we did to get all of that, because that was an interesting little side piece. And up here we have our azimuth antenna, we have our timer block and programmable blocks, and then large reactor, large cargo container is back here, and then a second Bob Jr., I guess we should call him, back here as well. All right. So yeah, and most of it, normally I show the build process on camera, as you all know. Empty space back there that I will at some point go back and fix. I don't like having empty spaces like that in the ship. Go ahead and throw our helmet on here. Walk you through what we've done outside, because some of this is just now finishing. I actually have been working on this portion, which is going to be our docking / landing area once it's done. But as you can see, we have put in the cannons. We actually have 4 cannons on the ship. We've got one on both port and starboard. We also have one on the ventricle, and we have one down in the back over there protecting, there she is, basically protecting our fat ass. Oh, so what we did, if you remember, the Redship had the 2 nacelles on either side. Those have been stripped away. We were able to scavenge some of the parts, but while I was working, I nudged them, and they went flying off into deep space. So yeah, that was a thing. And they're out there somewhere. Actually, technically, let's see, it would have been this way, so yeah, they're out there-ish and over there-ish. Last time I saw them, they were about 15K out, so yeah, they've been drifting for a little while. Oh, but we've gone ahead and put in a ore detector. We tucked the ore detector in under this area, so the ore detector is actually under the landing area. If you remember, the refineries and the assemblers, well, the refineries specifically, were actually exposed. We went ahead and enclosed those, so now everything is encased. We come back here to our turret. So we now have turrets on all sides. We have everything fully airtight. Yeah, so basically, like I said, a lot of it was just working out the angles, and I changed up some of the things that we had here on the side. So we now have these guys. I ended up moving because these thrusters actually used to be one further in. And what I wanted to do is to balance the weight of the ship on either side so that we could hide the refineries. Is I went ahead and bumped everything out on this side one block. And now that actually gives us even weight on both sides as far as blocks are concerned. To me, it looks better. I don't know if everyone else likes it better or not. Business shipment, we're not going to worry about you. Okay. And then I went ahead and normalized the color scheme a little bit as well. Now we're going to come back and eventually paint over all of this, but I wanted it to be a little bit more consistent in the way that it was, at least for now. Very red dwarfish feeling to it. We have named the ship. It is the Turtle Dove. Why? Why not? There was something about it. It just made me, when I was looking at it, it was very turtle-ish at the time. So it took on the name. But yeah, so I've got, like I said, we've gone ahead and added back some of the area that we've removed. We ended up originally cutting out a good portion of this decking. And at one point, I had it back to about here, I think it was, is about where we cut it off originally. And I wanted to do a mining ship, but the pad area was a little too small for it. But I also want to bring in some piping. What we want to do is we want to have this whole thing set up so that we can actually have a connector down here. But I think, let's see, that's one. We know we have one there. So I might be able to cut this out and we'll run it down behind this area. And what I will do is I'm thinking to actually use the maintenance tunnels. And what I want is I think I will run 2 maintenance tunnels through. So we'll basically have maintenance tunnels on both sides to keep it design-wise symmetrical. And we'll run that over into a connector that we're going to put here in somewhere in the middle. Now what we'll do is show you really quick. So the maintenance tunnels actually have these adapter cubes. And what these do is you can actually get one of these that's a T-shape. So basically you'll have a walk-through hallway, but it'll have a connector on one side. And what we can do with that is we just connect that up to the actual connector to the ship. And that'll allow us to have a docking area here on the runway. And then I replaced the centerpieces here with blast doors so that they would be able to take a landing a little bit better. So we wouldn't have to worry about burning through the ship quite so quickly. And what's funny is I'm probably going to have to replace those at some point with heavy armor blocks, just because of the change to the thruster damage. But that should give us the ability to get things started for a ship build. But I want to go ahead, and while you're all here, I want to start working on, I've only got 19 interior plates, and I believe this maintenance tunnels require steel plates to place. Is that right? Nope, they are interior plates. Okay. Alright, so let's grab, we're going to use, you know what, I might use the tubes. Tell you what, let's grab, that's the maintenance sorter, maintenance tunnel. So we'll grab the round ones. Pardon me, I have hiccups this evening. Alright, and that one should be the maintenance. Okay. Alright, so we don't want that to be we want to recolor that so it's going to blend in a little bit better. So that's what the square ones would look like. And that's what the round ones will look like. Tell you what, let's grab one of these, because we basically know what the square ones are going to look like. It's going to look like a texture block that fits that entire space. Now if we put the round in, the round are going to look like that. That actually might not be too bad. Because I could run it so that they're actually down here. And what we're going to do is let's go ahead and just grab one of those really quick. We're going to paint this so that the parts end up back in storage. There. So we'll end up with that running down here. So basically we'll take it to here, have it drop down, and continue out, which means that line will come out. That might actually work. I kind of like the way that that is shaping up, honestly, because then we'll paint this white. That might work really well. Alright, so let's give this a try. We're gonna go ahead and strip out. I know I just finished doing all of this too. So when that pulls that out, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna rip that. And then we'll do the same on the other side. And what I might do, because that just opens up a hole there, right? So this puts us one deck down. So if we take that out, I think that is the entrance area. If that's the entrance area, because that's... Alright, let's see where that puts us. Because I want to say, I think this is actually transport. Okay, so that's that. That. Okay, so it should be... Make sure that's closed, that's closed. Alright. Because if we take... So that's 1, 2... We'd have to take a couple of things out, but I think we can do this. Alright. So okay, let's go ahead and take... Leave that alone. So we're gonna have it take that out. Yeah, see? Now if we take... We might actually have to... If we leave that, we take this. So... If we take that out... Let's see, where are you? You're gonna come up under here. This actually works out really well because what we can do is, let's go ahead and change this back to default colors. We're gonna hop up out of here for a second. Alright, so to explain what I'm doing is I'm actually looking for the passageways, and what we're going to do is we're going to flip this like a so. This comes down, And since this is actually a sealed area, we're going to be able to do a block here. We'll do a square block for the beginning of the maintenance passage. Alright, so you are there. You're going to be an adapter. Okay, so this will come this way. So that's going to be that. Let's get this out of here. We're looking for the extension. Now the reason I'm looking for the extension is I want this one, which is the oh, there it is, the enclosed passageway extension. Which way are you facing? You are actually facing the way that I want. Right? Yes, I think that's right. Now, this does a couple of things. One, it seals this block, so even if this piece gets breached or we lose the hole down here, we won't depressurize the entire system, which is actually rather important. You're still just a mining transport. Okay. Now for here, let's see here. There used to be. Let's go here. It's maintenance cube, curve maintenance cube. That's a T shape. Maintenance corner. Now, are you the corner that I want you to be? You are the corner that I want. Look at that. Alright, so that goes there, and then what we do is we put an adapter here. We're going to go ahead and close that out. We're going to grab the adapter, and we're going to do a square adapter, hopefully. Oh, that is the... There we go. Alright. So what this is going to do, that will tie into the same sort, or the same block that we have up here into the conveyor. So it ties the whole thing into the conveyor, and then we're going to run the tubing for this here. And I should put in, let's go like so, like so, and then we're just going to run this straight out this way. We can take this out. We're going to bring this out. I don't know. I need interior plates. Let's bring this out maybe 2 more, and then we'll do a turn. So it'll be 1, 2, and then the turn, which means, so we're going to do 1, 2, and then a turn. 2. This is going to be the turn. So this is the block that needs to come out. Alright. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab some more plates. We're going to finish this whole process up, figure out what we're still missing. Excuse me. What we're still missing to get this done, and then I'm going to repeat it on the other side. So what I'll do is I'll do a quick cut. We'll let all of this stuff get put in. We'll finish up the 2 sides, and we will be right back. And we're back. Okay, so we've gone ahead, gotten some of this stuff piped in. Running down here, and why is that? That's not right. All right, let's we're gonna paint that and that pink. We'll wait for those to finish up. We have an Argentivis that has come into the area over there, and I am really hoping not to see that thing say it's going to raid, because if it does, we need to get out of here. So for now, Let's go. That's a regular maintenance. That's regular maintenance. You know what? We just go ahead and take these straight out of here, because I am more worried about that Argentivis than I am about what we are doing right here. So this needs girders, which should be getting manufactured as we speak. Yep, looks like it. Awesome. Alright, so now what we've done, as you can see, we have the passageway that goes all the way down and around this way. I may need to change... Oh man, that thing is really starting to get a little closer than I normally would like for it to get to. Right, so we're going to go ahead and grab this. We're going to flip that like a so. That thing's getting really close. Alright. So, yeah, that's basically what we are working on. And then what we will do when we come back next time is we're going to start working on a mining craft. I need to get a drill built up. And once we've got all of this done, we'll be able to actually go out and start collecting a lot more resource. I've been hand drilling for all of the resources that we have so far, and while I do have a not an insignificant amount of both iron ore and steel plates, I would like to be able to get a little bit more resource in general, because I want to build a much larger ship. This is basically just a I don't want to call it a proof in concept, because it is actually a little bit more than that, but for what it is right now, it's a start. That Argentivis is... You are going to be a problem, aren't you? I have this really bad feeling you're going to be a problem, and you're going to be a problem shortly. I think as long as he doesn't get within... Damn it. That's what I was afraid of. He's close enough to pick me up. Alright. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Go ahead and close that. Yeah, once he goes raid in progress, we're in trouble. And it's at around 9k, or like, when he gets into the 9-10k area. Weapons platform Gatling, that's bad. Okay. We are gonna grab a GPS and we're gonna get the hell out of here. We're gonna head... Oh, nickel cobalt is actually a good one. We're gonna head over here. Alright, so we're gonna go here, go grab our jump. We want waypoint 18, wasn't it? Select that. Yep, we need to get out of here. See ya. Okay. That buys us a little bit of time. Where is our waypoint? There it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's swing the back end of our ship around. And since the Argentivis was going the other way, we will actually be moving away from him. So as you can see, he's no longer raid in progress because we actually were able to get away from him. And hopefully he's going to keep going his own little separate way there. Now this is one of the reasons why I wanted to get a resource gathering up and running as quickly as possible. Because I want to be able to put a base, like a space station in, that will be able to defend a little bit easier. Alright, so yeah, we're good. He's heading away now. That was a little closer than I really wanted it to be, so But that's okay. We can make do, right? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We're going to go ahead and, like I said, we're going to start getting set up to do a ship build. I want to be in a position where when we come back next time, we will have all of the resources ready, and basically all we'll have to do is start putting it together and welding it up. Alright, so if you enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, haven't done so already, and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to throw them down in the section below. I do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer than I might like, but you know, I do get to you eventually. If I do miss, I do apologize in advance. It doesn't mean that wasn't like nothing personal. Just ran out of time, and I am out of time, so I'm out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Have a fabulous weekend, and I hope to see you all back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Let's get this thing in position. I think this is the one that had nickel, and we mined it out. Nice.